The Raptors extend their win streak to 7. Jacoby Walter goes off. RJ Barrett leaves with an injury. They grinded this one out. Let's go to the film room.
The only thing that's originally filmed is that and I've studied older films and tried to figure out how I got that impression. I was getting meetings right in the cutting room.
The unique thing about film is an art form
exactly.
is the editing.
All right, folks, so RJ Barrett left tonight's game after this play right here. He just landed awkwardly, did not return because of a right knee sprain. We'll see how serious it is, but obviously the Raptors have tons of guard depth, shooting guard depth specifically with Jacoby Walter, Ochai Agbaji, Gradey Dick, AJ Lawson, Jamison Battle, you name it. But Jacoby Walter took full advantage tonight of the extra opportunity and absolutely thrived. The three ball is obviously so important to Jacoby being successful on the offensive end. He was 4 of 5 tonight, knocking down weak side shots like this, knocking down shots off of movement like this above the break, and that is a huge development if he can continue to knock down his above the break threes. And he was feeling it tonight, 4 of 5 from 3, but he's also been feeling it over the last couple games, 8 of 10 through the last 3 games he's played. Gradey Dick also had a good 3-point shooting game, 2 of 4 tonight from 3. This is an excellent pass from Jamal Shead, who recognizes the amount of attention that Brandon Ingram is getting, and a very quick touch pass to Gradey Dick here in the corner, and Gradey has tons of daylight to be able to knock down this shot. This was a really nice move from Gradey. Step back between the legs, 3-point shot. Really, really tough shot in a crucial moment for the Raptors. I've also really liked how aggressive Gradey has been defensively, especially at the point of attack, using his length to carve up steals like this. Off the ball here, using his length once again to poke it. Raptors get out in transition. We've talked about the blind doubles before from Jacoby Walter, but see how, look at the amount of pressure that they're dealing with from both Gradey Dick and Jacoby Walter. Good job of pinching in on this drive from Gradey. And then as you can see, as the ball handler has his back turned towards him, Jacoby just takes this opportunity and pounces, grabs the steal. Raptors are out and running. But I actually like how Gradey and Jacoby play off of each other. And when both of those guys are on the floor, you really see the vision in terms of how they are able to work in actions together. So this is a split action here where they screen for each other. And there are a ton of options that can come from here. Jacoby can cut down and cut to the basket. Jacoby can pop out here. Also, depending on how the defense covers this, Gradey Dick can go backdoor, or Gradey can pop out here for a 3. There are just so many options, and that's why this split action is so dangerous. It's something the Warriors have patented with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. This time, they actually send 2 to the ball for Gradey Dick. Right, 2 players go to Gradey, and that creates a wide open cutting opportunity for Jacoby Walter, who are able to finish this good dunk. And Gradey's off the catch decision making has been so good to start the season. His playmaking is really popping in these situations. This time he attacks the closeout, and a great 45-degree cut by Jacoby Walter, who recognizes the weak side rotations and just uses the opportunity to burst through the seams of the defense. Jacoby gets the dunk here. I love how Jamal Shead weaponizes his speed, so he gets downhill, forces the defense to collapse. Beautiful pass to Gradey Dick, and Gradey, again, being unselfish here, recognizing that Jacoby is having a good game. Quick swing pass to Jacoby, who knocks down the 3. And so they are certainly developing a chemistry together in Jacoby Walter and Gradey Dick on the floor, and you can see how having both of them on the floor at the same time really enables the Raptors to do some fun stuff offensively. Folks, the big story out of this one is the fact that the Raptors took care of business. It was a grinded out win, 119-109. It required some clutch performances from Immanuel Quickley and Brandon Ingram, who really got the Raptors going in that fourth quarter. The Raptors limited the Nets to 5 points in the final 4 minutes and 19 seconds of that game. They leaned in on the pinch post creation that Brandon Ingram has really leaned into in the clutch situation. We've kind of broke this down before when it comes to the Cavs game, when it comes to the Hornets game. The Raptors are really relying on Ingram, especially in that pinch post area, to create offense for everybody else. And tonight was no different. Emmanuel quickly really took over in that fourth quarter. He knocked down 3 threes. That's a huge part of their Raptors' clutch offense, and that's how they got this win. Now, the Raptors have won 7 in a row, first time since February 2022. They've won 11 of their last 12 games. They are really in a great position in the Eastern Conference. Their offense looks good. No Jakob Poeltl in this one, and you absolutely could tell, because I thought their offense didn't look as good tonight, and they missed his screen assist ability. The fact that he is able to generate so many drives for this team just because of his presence as a roller, as a guy who can screen for Emmanuel quickly, for RJ Barrett, for Brandon Ingram. So many half-court offense opportunities are created because of Jakob Poeltl, and you saw the Raptors struggle offensively tonight. I mean, look, BI was 6 of 18, Scotty was 6 of 13, Mamu in his start was 5 of 9, RJ before he left was 4 of 8, Quickly was 4 of 11. Outside of their bench group in Jacoby and Grady and Jamal, this team really couldn't get go offensively. Their main stars couldn't get going offensively. And I think part of that was the switch-heavy scheme the Nets were enabling them to do. It really stunted some of the driving opportunities for Scotty and for BI to get downhill. And that's because Jakob Poeltl was not on the floor, because they didn't have that screen-setting big man that can level a guy and allow them to get downhill. That's why he's so important offensively. And honestly, that's why he's important defensively, because he can protect everything on the back line. And we saw the Nets get going tonight because of that. So that's the Jakob Poeltl portion of things. But I really thought that, the Jacoby-Grady duo helped sustain things for this Raptors group when things were getting dangerous in this game. And the big question moving forward now is, how serious is RJ Barrett's knee situation? Is he going to miss time? How much time is he going to miss? And if he is unavailable for an extended period of time, this is a really great opportunity for Jacoby Walter and for Grady Dick, and to a lesser extent for Ochai Agbaji and Jameson Battle, to carve their ways into this rotation in a meaningful way. I think if RJ is out for a really long time, not even a really long time, let me preface it with this. If RJ Barrett misses an extended period of time, Jacoby Walter should start in his place. And the reason I say that is because Jacoby is arguably the best point of attack defender for the Raptors, and he's shooting the ball well as of late. The coaching staff has clearly empowered him and given him confidence over the last couple of games. This was the third game in a row where Jacoby was the first sub off of the bench. There's clearly something that the Raptors coaching staff likes when it comes to Jacoby and what he provides on both ends of the floor. And if he continues to shoot like that, he, I think, makes sense, all the sense in the world with that starting unit. Now, if RJ does miss some time, then that means that is more usage for Scotty Barnes to create and score, more usage for Emmanuel Quickly to create and score, and definitely more usage for Brandon Ingram to create and score. Those guys will have to do more heavy lifting, because RJ is such an important part of this team offensively, especially as a scorer. He's such an innings eater for this team. In the second and third quarters, he can just get you, buckets on demand, and they will miss him if he misses an extended period of time. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Maybe this is not that serious of an injury. Maybe it's only like a week or something, and he's back and ready to go. But if it is, multiple weeks, et cetera, I think there's a big opportunity for Jacoby Walter, and also a big opportunity for Grady Dick, who I think is rounding out his season. I think he's looked much better defensively over the last couple of weeks. He's still shooting 35, 36% from three. Let me double check exactly what he's shooting. But he's still knocking it down at a decently consistent rate. 33%. Okay, yes, you're wrong. He's not shooting as well as you thought he would. But teams certainly respect him like the shooter that he is. You even saw it in that split action where two guys went to Grady at the three-point line, and that created an opportunity for Jacoby Walter. That doesn't happen if you don't get respected as a shooter. And so I think this is a big opportunity for Grady Dick to get minutes as well. And also, the Raptors have been toying with these double guard lineups with Emmanuel Quickly and Jamal Shead. those lineups have been winning their minutes, partially because it puts IQ off the ball to be more of a catch and shoot guy, to be a release valve offensively. And it also empowers Jamal Shead to be a playmaker. Shead has been awesome. He had 1 turnover tonight and 9 assists. Over the last couple of games, I believe he had no turnovers, and at one point he had 17 assists and no turnovers. He's been really, really good as a playmaker. And while he might not be making like crazy advantage assists, there is something to be said about making the right play at the right time, and Jamal thrives in that scenario. So this is just really good stuff from him. Pick and roll with him and Scotty Barnes, and noticing that he has 2 to the ball, he quickly picks it up, recognizes the mismatch opportunity, gets the ball to Scotty, rises up over top and knocks it down. Scotty does. Another good connection with Scotty Barnes. So here, the Nets are going to try to front Scotty in this action. And so you see here they're fronting, and that is just a nice pass over top of the defense. Scotty, 2 strong finishes. This is part of that Raptors execution in the clutch. So, pinch post area or even low post area, honestly, double team immediately comes, and this creates tons of opportunities, right? Nets defense is in rotation. So Scotty Barnes, strong side or weak side 45 cut. Sandro Mamukelashvili can either cut in the dunker spot or back up here to the corner. That creates a lot of space. And Jamal Shead above the break, right? Jamal can either burst downhill or he can read the defense and make a play out of it too. And that is exactly what he does. So Shead, Terrence Mann has to split the difference between 2 of them. Beautiful pass to Quickly, who knocks down the 3. Trusting your guys, right? Similar situation in the clutch here. Great job by Sandro of relocating out above the break and recognizing the defense is going to crash to the corner. And Jamal makes a quick touch pass to Mamu, who knocks down the 3. And so Shead's decision-making continues to be sharp. It continues to be something that really boosts the Raptors' lineups offensively. And I honestly just continue to be impressed with what he does. We will see how long RJ misses time. But I think there are multiple ways the Raptors go about this, right? Start Jacoby, start Gradey, maybe start Jamal. That might be crazy, but I could see their rationale of wanting another ball handler, of wanting another guy who they like defensively, who can make plays, who has shot the ball well, decently off of the catch. So I could, and obviously the Quick and Shead lineups have done well together. I could see a world where they consider Jamal Shead at that starting position. Again, we will see on Monday, because Monday is a big game. The Cleveland Cavaliers are in town. They are also on the second night of a back-to-back. They just played the Clippers. They beat the Clippers. They pulled away in the fourth quarter. I was kind of watching that on my second screen. They pulled away in the fourth quarter, much like the Raptors pulled away in the fourth quarter tonight in this game. Both teams took care of business against losing teams. The Clippers being a losing team at this point is very, very funny. But now it's on to very, very good competition. I'm excited to watch this Cavs team against this Raptors team. Hopefully, at least somewhat healthy. We'll see if RJ plays. We'll see if Jared Allen plays on their side. Yeah, we'll see. Because RJ has been really, really important for this team. It would suck for him to be out for a while, especially because of how good this start has been for the Raptors. Injuries would be a brutal way for this to derail. Folks, as always, please subscribe to Raptors Republic. Make sure you get those subscriber stuff up, hype this video, like this video, etc., etc. I appreciate you guys tapping in, and we will see you tomorrow for Cavs. Peace!